Hello and welcome. My name is Deb Watts and I'm the Deputy Principal for Prep 1 and 2 at Kallangur State School. This is the first in a series of videos to help you get ready for prep. Here at Kallangur, we believe in getting off to a good start to create engaged, successful learners. Engagement where learning is differentiated, personalised and enriched. Successful that they can demonstrate, create, reflect and improve on the work that they're doing and create curious, creative, collaborative and compassionate learners who are really excited about learning. So your child's excited about going to school. What can you do to help them get ready? Building your child's capacity for school. This is so important. The research tells us that the biggest transition that your child will go through will be the transition from kindergarten to prep. We aim to help facilitate that smooth transition, and these ideas can help. To build your child's personal, social and learning capacity, encourage your child to organise their own belongings. It is so imperative that they learn this task. I know they're your little babies, but you really do need to start making them responsible for their own things. Provide small responsibilities at home for them to help facilitate this. Play games with rules and turn taking, because believe it or not, they don't know how to lose or how to be a graceful winner. So please teach them those skills. Encourage persistence and problem solving. Teach them what it means to fail. It's okay to fail. That's how we learn. And that is a really big step into teaching resilience. Read books, develop listening and thinking skills. The research tells us that children will not learn to read until they've been exposed to over 1,000 books. So if you've been reading to your child since birth, you've probably done 1,000 books on your ear. And remember, if you've read one book 20 times, that still counts as 20 books. Exposing them to the book, understanding that we read from left to right and what a word looks like and what a story progresses through the different stages from the beginning, the middle and the end is really, really important for children to understand, to learn to read. Involve your child in conversations. And we're not just talking about talking at them, actually involve them in the conversation. Let them answer, reply back to their ideas, give them other ideas and have a two-way conversation with them. That is really, really powerful. Feeling safe and secure in your first year is really important. Knowledge is power. Children feel more relaxed and secure if they understand what to expect. When you have your interview at the school, you'll be given some leaflets which can help support with ideas on how to get your child ready for school. And there's a little book that you can read to them that familiarises them with the different facilities we have here at the school. Then in term 4, we will have a transition pre-prep playgroup kind of thing that they can come and get to know different parts of the school, and then we will have an afternoon where they will be able to come meet their teacher with you along for the ride and get to know their classroom. Just another step in helping them to transition to prep. To help your child feel secure and safe, discuss the school day in small, manageable parts because we don't want to overload them. They forget things very quickly, so repetitiveness of ideas is really important. Start a routine for them that is like school. This is the time we're going to get up, this is the time we'll have breakfast, this is the time you'll get dressed. They don't have to be dressing in their uniform, they can be getting dressed for the day, but just start that routine so it's not such a big shock to the system when they have to start school. Make sure the person collecting your child is on time. There is nothing worse for a little person than being the last person to be picked up from the classroom, waiting for you or whoever is supposed to be picking them up. And also tell your child and the teacher who will be picking them up. That is really, really important. So they understand and they know what to expect, whoever is collecting them. Keep your contact details up to date with the school. This is very, very important. In case we have to call you, you've forgotten to pick up your child, which I hope that doesn't happen, or perhaps they've hurt themselves and we need to contact you to let you know. So please make sure that the details are always up to date with the school. Healthy eating. It usually works best not to fuss too much over what children eat. Don't make a big deal of it. Just make sure they have access to healthy food. And giving them a say in what they want for lunch is always really, really important as well. But giving them options that are healthy and maybe even have a bit of a lunchbox planner, as shown in this picture. This can also help alleviate any stress for your child. We do often have children who come to school with lunches that they don't want to eat. So it's really, really important that you involve your child in the selection of what goes in their lunchbox. To support healthy eating, pack healthy, of course, nourishing natural food choices in your child's lunchbox. Include water or a frozen drink. Keep foods wrapped for ease of opening. Remember, a lot of 5-year-olds cannot open up a lot of packet food. So please make sure that whatever packet food or container you've got, that they can open and close themselves. Choose tuck shop items together if they're allowed to have tuck shop. And here at Kallangur, we are a cashless school. So all ordering for tuck shop is done through our QKR app. Children are not allowed to bring money to school for the tuck shop. Encourage your child to take home any uneaten food so that you can see the food, maybe they don't like it, or how much they're actually eating. That's always really important. And limit processed and prepackaged snacks. Include fresh vegetables, vegetable sticks, fresh fruit, cheese. They're the preferred fresh food items for your lunchbox. What does your child study? So curriculum in the first year. What are the most important things that young children should learn? Foundation year, as far as the Australian curriculum is concerned, includes English and mathematics. In English, we do reading, writing, speaking and listening. Mathematics, they do number, measurement, geometry, probability and statistics. In science, they cover living things, materials, weather, forces of movement. History, personal and family histories, and geography, what are places like? As part of the curriculum, we also have 2 excursions in the year. For prep, the first excursion is to White Ridge Farm, where they learn about farming and where food comes from. And their second one is in term 4 at the end of the year, and we go to Nudgee Beach and they learn all about the mangroves. In English, the expected learning for the first year. They should be able, by the end of prep, read short, predictable texts. They should be able to identify letters and sounds. They should be able to communicate clearly and retell experiences. They should demonstrate sound and letter knowledge in their writing and correctly form letters in handwriting. Now, there is no expectations any of this is to be done prior to school. This is what we teach them in their first year, and they've got 12 months to understand this and get to that point. To support your child's knowledge about books, read aloud to your child daily. Talk about stories, characters and pictures with your child. Don't just stick to what the text says. Actually say, what do you think, before you read the text, what do you think is going to happen? And in our video about learning to read, you will see more strategies in detail on how to do this. Help connect stories to their own experiences. Perhaps you're reading a story about the beach. Talk about when you went to the beach with them so that they've got some connection to the story. Sing nursery rhymes with your child and play rhyming games. Collect favourite books that the child enjoys rereading and read regularly. Encourage children to join in on repetitive, predictable texts. Talk with your child about places, people and things. Build their vocabulary at every opportunity. Maths. So by the end of prep, they should be able to group objects by common characteristics. For instance, these are animals. Let's sort them out into different groups. Well, these ones have 4 legs, these ones have 2 legs, these ones have fur, these ones have skin. Those are the sorts of common characteristics we'll be looking for. Connect number names, numerals and quantities up to 10. Count to 20. Compare objects by maths, length and volume. Explain the order and duration of events. Describe locations, over, under, behind. It's quite interesting that children don't understand these concepts until they are actually taught to them. That's what we will do, and that's what they need to be by the end of prep. So remember, these items, they don't need to know these before they come to school. We will teach them to them, and by the end of prep, that's what the knowledge that they should gain. To support your child's numeracy skills, sing number songs and say number rhymes. Count items when you are together at home, the supermarket, the park. Talk about size, shape and number of objects. Point out numbers in the environment. Talk about money and how much things cost. Cook together and allow your child to measure and count. Build mathematical vocabulary: big, small, bigger, smaller, more, less, same, heavy, light, full, empty, half, tall, short, name of shapes, etc. really basic things that you can do at home with them. Friendships are very important for children, and they need to learn how to build friendships and maintain friendships. So they learn how to build friendships from modelling from their own family members. Good role models and gentle advice from trusted people help them form lasting, good, positive relationships. To support your child's friendship skills, treat your child in a respectful way and expect them to respect you. Talk to your child about their own feelings. Teach children to stop, wait and listen. Demonstrate how to join in with others. Model sharing and taking turns. Physical development. Physical skills are a very important part of your children's school life and learning. Gross motor skills are just as important as fine motor skills, and being an active child is really, really important, just as important as being an academic child. To support your child's physical development, include daily outdoor play. Get them out, really important. Provide materials for drawing and writing to build up the strength in their fingers. Visit playgrounds that have challenging and interesting equipment. Include bats, balls and skipping ropes in play equipment. Let their imaginations run wild in creating games for themselves. Positive behaviour patterns. Children need to feel a sense of love and care so that they can show kindness and courtesy to others. Here at Kallangur, we believe that we are Kallangur Care Bears and we are kind to everyone. So teaching kindness is one of the most wonderful things you can give your child. To develop positive behaviour patterns, build a positive, caring and happy relationship with your child. Model positive behaviour. Talk positively. Be consistent about behaviours that are acceptable and those that are not. Home-school partnership. Establish positive relationships with your teacher. Show your child that you value the teacher and respect them. Advise school about who you will be collecting your child. Participate in school activities. Such activities as come along to every 3 weeks we have a parade, come along to those. There are other opportunities for parents to come and watch. Easter hat parade, Christmas parade, book week parades. Our celebration days when we have Pirate Day, we invite parents. All of those things can help build relationships with you, your child and the school. If you are available, provide classroom support. Attend parent-teacher meetings and interviews. If you've got any concerns whatsoever, please make a time to talk to your teacher, or you can privately message through our Seesaw app. Try not to jump to conclusions. Remember, there's always two sides to any story. Your child may give you one side, but always listen to all the points of view. Work together to find a solution. Our teachers are very caring and want the best for your children. Keep that in mind when you are having a conversation with your teacher. Remember to communicate with your child's teacher and enjoy your child's first year of schooling. It really is one of the most fantastic things your child will do is start their adventure at school. And it's really important that we instill that love of learning. So that concludes our first video. We hope you've enjoyed it. And the email address shown here is my email address. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. That concludes our presentation. Thank you for your time and we hope you have a great day.